It was 23 hours in transit from Cleveland to Newark to Frankfurt to Bangalore. I landed at 1:30 in the morning. My body was still on Eastern time, a difference of 10 and a half hours, but I got in the car to drive another 6 to Kerehaklu to see the work that Prannoy and his father, Ajoy, are doing here. It makes sense to grow Robusta here, and they do. It's hot in southern India, 30 degrees the day I arrived. But under the canopy of the estate's forest, it was cool and comfortable, suitable for growing high-quality Arabica. Arabica evolved in conditions much like this in the forests of Ethiopia, below trees whose leaves would fall and mulch the soil, that created rain when there was none, that held the soil in place when there was too much. Under these conditions, Kerehaklu's Arabica, including Selection 9, a cultivar descended from an Ethiopian variety crossed with Timor, defies expectations.
A bit like home, and so they planted these thorny bushes from Scotland called gorse, and it's kind of crazy because it just does not belong here.
The family took over the estate in 1953 and 2 decades ago transitioned to a fully organic biological farm. The focus here is the soil.
The way of late ripeners rather than retaining the early ripeners like selection number 9 and all those varieties like 795.
This type of conservation via agroforestry creates a habitat for wildlife. Here, elephants come at night to eat jackfruit. Tigers and bison and giant Malabar squirrels roam the forest.
Don't worry, I will show them.
It typically needs a very humid kind of a climate and lower elevations. So it kind of gets too wet in the monsoon and then too cold sometimes in winters.
While his father focuses on the work in the field, Prannoy oversees post-harvest activities, controlling fermentation using maltose cultured from the farm's native microflora.
If we look after our soils, which we have been, we should have like solid microbes which are beneficial, and if we harvest them the right ways at the right time, we can just use them to kickstart our ferments.
Like most places where coffee grows, harvesting and sorting of cherry is a manual task. But a changing economy means that labor is harder to come by. There are just 37 workers here today. During the boom of '99, it would have been 200. And with the market as high as it is, there's little incentive for Indian producers to selectively pick. But rather than paying per kilo of cherry, Kerehaklu pays workers by the day, enabling them to take their time to pick only ripe cherry. Cherry is collected at the washing station and sorted, ensuring that, whether Arabica or Robusta, Kerehaklu always starts with high-quality, red-ripe cherry. Prannoy processes both washed and natural coffee here, but all processes use maltose to drive the fermentation.
And with the Arabicas, I was kind of doing like what I call a lasagna method, where like we pour one in and then spray it, pour one in and spray it. But just don't have. Yeah, it's fine margins with this.
After it's fermented and washed, the coffee dries in the solar house before moving to the mill, where it stabilizes until it's sold, milled, and exported to roasters like Aviary.
I still actually want to get a curtain of shade on the inside of the poly house.
Yeah.
Which I think will massively slow it down. Because again, maybe this was This temperature is what it was last, like mid-March.